Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to our sales training. It is the Wednesday the 13th, and we are having our sales training. Go ahead and share on your statuses. Go ahead and share on your web pages, WhatsApp, all your social media networks. Go ahead and tell everyone that we are live. I'm just going to wait for a few minutes for more people to join us with this in this exciting training today. We are live. Let me also tell my people on the status that I am live. We are live. Let's go ahead and tell everyone to tune in. And you can go ahead and greet me on the message box or the comment box so that I can see that I've got people here with me. What an exciting time to be alive. I must say these virtual trainings, they help a lot. So let's go ahead and tell everyone, share on your statuses, on your social platforms, tell everyone that we are live. Our training has started. I'm going to wait for a few more people. Then we can go ahead and start with our exciting topic for tonight. I hope you guys are excited as I am. Hi, Kimenji. Is that how you say your name? Kimenji, welcome. Where are you tuning in from? Let's have a bit of a chat before we have everyone else joining us. You can go ahead and share on your social media platforms, on your everywhere, on the WhatsApp groups, the people that we have just introduced in the business, so that they can know that we do this kind of trainings. Hi, Grace. Welcome from Ngozi. Oh, Kemji. I hope that's how you say your name. You are from Dawla. Welcome, Dawala. I hope I'm saying it right. Welcome, everyone. Let's go ahead and share on our social media platforms to let everyone know that you are here. And for those who have just joined us, welcome. You've missed nothing at all. We haven't started as yet. You can go ahead and greet on the comment box so that I know that you are with us. Hi, Busi from Davidson. Welcome, Busi Busapo. Welcome. Good morning, Mr. Jackson. Welcome from North Carolina in America. Welcome. It's always great to see you here. You can go ahead and share on your social media platforms and let everyone know that we are live. We've got a very exciting topic tonight, and you guys always know that I'm always excited to be here. I'm always excited to share my views, and I'm going to do a lot of interaction with you guys tonight. I hope you guys are ready with your questions. If there's anything that you would like to ask me, you feel free. We can do it at the end of the presentation. All right, I think we've got enough people now to start. Hi, Mr. Allen. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Grace is from Nigeria. Oh, Ngozi is from Nigeria. I must say the word Ngozi sounded so much like my language, Xhosa. So I thought you were from South Africa. Welcome, Grace. Welcome, everyone. All right, I think we can go ahead and start. For those that have just joined us, welcome you all. My name is Zipho Nogambula. I am from the Eastern Cape. I am the stockist within the Eastern Cape region in South Africa. So for all your needs with Longrich related, I am the person for you. And we do courier everywhere. All right, enough about me. Oh, yes, the other people call me Leader Z or Coach Z. I like it, whichever way you feel comfortable. You can refer to me as that, Leader Z or Coach Z or Z Paul, whichever one that works for you. Molo Leader Z, Molo Onalina. That's what we say when you greet in our language in Xhosa. Welcome, I'm so proud of you. Molo Ntombi. All right, guys, let's get on with it. Last week, we had a very exciting or a very insightful training where we spoke about cold calling. How many of you have actually put that into practice? How many of you have actually, by the show of hands, on the comment box, how many of you actually did apply what they have learned last week? Because I, for one, I did, I did. I referred back, to what I was training on, and I did my cold calling. Cold calling was said it doesn't necessarily have to be over the phone. It can be an interaction. You can go, as long as you're contacting someone for the first time and you are presenting your business case or what you are about. That is cold calling. Mr. Richard Jackson, have you done your cold calling in the past week? Come on, I want to hear 2 people. Or even 3 people, however many. I just want to see on the comment box, by the show of hands, if you've done your cold calling, and we can go ahead and share your experience, as we get along. Have you done, as we go along with the sales training? So have you done the cold calling? Remember what if I can revisit it again, we said, yes, Mr. Allen, yes, I like that. It's a numbers game. Mr. Allen says he does it every day, cold calling. Yes, Onalina, thank you. I'm so happy you've done that. Cold calling is very important in our business. Not only it helps us to be comfortable in, relating or talking to the customers, but it also helps us to increase our numbers. Because when you're doing cold calling, you're increasing your data, the data collection, and you increasing your prospect and your closing ratio, if you've got a whole lot of people that you're talking to. All right, so today we're going to be talking about where and when to establish the buyer's confidence. We're going to talk about where and when to establish the buyer's confidence. Yes, thank you, Grace. Grace also does cold calling every day. All right, guys, let's get onto it. We're going to be talking about where and when to establish the buyer's confidence. The buyer's confidence must be established and reconfirmed within the sales process, right? It must be established and reconfirmed in all phases of the sales process. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take you through the prime selling opportunities where you can establish the buyer's confidence. All right, I'm going to talk about in the networking situation, when you are networking, how and when or where can you actually establish the buyer's confidence? What are the signs to look out for? And also on the phone, when you are busy interacting with the client or your customer or your prospect, even, when you're talking to them, when you're interacting with them on the phone, what are the things that you need to say? What are the things that you can't say? When you are in the sales process, things that are going to help you identify or establish or reconfirm, the buyer's confidence. And then also on a cold call. We're going to share on that as well, and also during the presentation, guys. So also during the presentation, right? How do you do that? How do you get your audience hooked onto what you are bringing onto the table? And also on a follow-up call. Follow-up calls, they are so important, and yet that's what most salespeople miss. Follow-up call. It is very important in our selling processes in all phases. If you've established your buyers, the buying signal, or if you established, the confidence, the buyer's confidence, a follow-up call, it needs to happen. Right? Follow-up call is very important. It can help you determine if you've done your work properly, or there's still some things that you are lacking thereof, things that need more of your attention. All right. So talking about in a networking situation, if you have time for one statement, make it one that will discuss the use of your company or the use of your product. So in a networking situation, when I was busy, when I was busy preparing, okay, I'm just quickly going to my phone. I want to share with you something that I did not know that is also, or that is actually helping me in my business. When you are talking in a networking situation, right? It says if you have time for one statement, make it one that will discuss the use of your service or the use of your product, by a good company. All right. So they've made a reference, to the like an icebreaker, something that you would say, and it got me actually going on googling, researching more about the company, and I found that Longrich, where is this one now? Okay, so basically, I found that the Longrich won the Chinese famous brand product line when it comes to the cream-based skincare. Right. So remember, we said when we are selling, we must always look for this unique selling points, right? So what makes you different, what makes you stand out from the rest of them? So in a networking situation, this is something that you could say, this is when you are presenting your business, but starting about the company, not focusing on the history of the company, but focusing on the things that a customer or your client or your prospect can go online and find them there. All right. And then also on the phone, you use only one item to establish the confidence, right? This is now establishing the buyer's confidence. The only thing that you use on the telephone call is just by selling the appointment, right? The one thing that you want to acquire, especially when you are presenting the business side of things, especially when you are presenting, you want the person to be a business partner. So you need obviously to sell the appointment, right? I've touched on this previously. I said most people like myself, some people, they are comfortable doing the whole sales process on the phone. Right. So now I found a technique of not giving people a lot of information over the phone. And I saw the risk that it had on my daily business. It's good to sell something tangible over the phone, but when you are presenting, when you've got a business case to unpack or to present, it's advisable that you would get, it's either a virtual meeting where you can do a Zoom meeting with the person, or you can meet them in person, because it's easier for people to dismiss you over the phone. Right? It's easier for people to dismiss you over the phone, but when you're having that eye contact, they can actually, you can actually see, engage them, in what you're having to offer. So I've started doing my one-on-one presentations. Thank God the lockdown restrictions are much better now. So I've started that, and I must tell you, I see a lot of improvement. All right. Remember, we said we apply, and then when we get a no, we learn from what we've done and see what we can polish. So this is something that I found out, that I've realized recently, that when you're wanting someone to partner in the business, make time to meet them in person, make time to even have a virtual meeting. As long as there's going to be that more, that interaction other than the phone call. All right. And then also on a cold call, when you're cold calling someone, this is someone, we spoke about it last week, that has not shown interest in your business, but you want them to buy into what you have. Be very brief. Be brief when you are doing a cold call. On a cold call, you need to get to the point ASAP. Right? You need to get to the point ASAP, and then stay away from terms, or there's a saying that says, when a salesperson, don't be a salesperson that sounds like a salesperson, because a lot of people follow the same tunes to actually sell their products, or break the ice, or when they are doing the cold calling. So always try and be unique, and by sticking, or by being brief, you actually stick directly to the point, and you get the response. You're going to know if you've got a business or not. Remember, we said it helps to stay to focus and be brief. In the first 30 seconds that you have contacted that person on a cold call, being on the phone, being in person, they must know already why you are there. They must know already what you are about. They must know already what you're bringing to the table. And then also during the presentation, during the presentation, if you want to establish the buyer's confidence during the presentation, you need to bring your best stuff, you know, about the company, the things that make your company stand out, the things that make your product stand out. You need to have all of this packed in your briefcase. You know, if you're meeting someone at their comfort zone, or even at a mutual place, you need to have those, because this is what helps. Remember, before you sell yourself, you need to sell who you represent. All right. As much as people buy you before they buy what you have. But if you're meeting them for the first time, they don't know what you're about. Obviously, we spoke about looking presentable. So you've ticked all those boxes. So what is it that you have? What is it that you have? So we've got a testimony page. We've got presentations. We've got people that have won, or not won, but qualified. We've got people, other distributors that have qualified for so many incentives. You know, you can make reference to the trainings that we do. Because other network marketing businesses, they don't do this. They don't spend time in nurturing their people. They don't spend time in building their people. So that's one of the things that makes us unique. So I developed for myself, and this is something that works, because now a lot of people are struggling to get into universities because of the finances, you know, in terms of education. I touch on that a lot, especially when I'm presenting to a mother. Right? Whenever I'm presenting to a mother, or to a parent, rather, those are the things that I touch on. Someone that has got kids, you know, I touch on that. Did you know our company, when you get to a certain level, I don't even say which level it is, you know, when you get to a certain level, you are able to actually go to university, paid for, everything paid for. Right? If you don't want, you are able to actually get other people from the community. If they don't have a child, they can give, or if the child already has passed the university, you know, the university, you can actually tell them that you can pick up anyone from the society. And I've seen people lighting up, you know, brightening up, sorry, when I'm telling them that, you know, because I might have touched something that is closer to their heart, or something that is of need to them, you know, that, wow, this company actually does that. So when you are doing a presentation, touch on the things that the company does. And I find that, with my experience and the presentations that I've been to, that's why it is very important to know your target market, know the people that you are presenting to. You can't have the same style of presenting, leaders. Say value if I'm adding value on the comment box. You can't have the same style of presenting. I cannot be talking to someone that doesn't have a job, needs, or that will survive from 1,000 rand a month. I cannot be talking about a Lamborghini that they can qualify for instance. I don't know why I'm choosing that vehicle or that brand, but I can't be talking about the a double-story house when they need just a one-room house, you know. So it is very important in present. That's why a lot of people, they leave presentations not satisfied, or, you know, because what is being sold, or what is being told to them, it sounds too good to be true. You know, you coming to me, I've got I need 1,000 rand a month to survive. You know, maybe you've come in a very, like, not developed place, you know, you coming to me, and then you come and tell me about the cars you've qualified for, about the houses you've qualified for, about how your kids go to a private school, and so we need to establish the market. You need to know, okay, these people that I'm talking to, these people that I'm listening to, what is have you done your research? Do your research before you go out. I've seen a lot of people, and this is me as well. I'm still on the journey on building myself when it comes to presenting, you know, and this is something that I've noticed, that, okay, remember I said when we will talk about sales processes, or about dealing with someone, I always tell you to put yourself in that person's shoes, right? When you are treating a customer, treat them like you were a customer. So I preach always treat people like you want to be treated. So going back to what I was saying now about during a presentation. In a presentation, I always check myself, because a person can only focus for a certain period of time. Then I always check myself, after the presentation, when did I switch off? When did I switch off? Okay, then I'll see, okay, it's when they were talking about X, Y, and Z. And then I tell myself, okay, those are the things that I need to stay away from when I'm presenting, right? Obviously, having done my research. And that is why I don't know the best way to say this, right? But I hope God is gonna give you the wisdom to understand and hear what I'm saying. I don't look for, I stopped actually. I was doing it and then I stopped because I would always get the no's, right? You cannot, not you cannot, you can, but I prefer, let me just say I prefer. Then it's gonna have so much weight, and I hope you're gonna learn from it as well. I cannot be, okay, yeah, let me use this example. I cannot be a 2,000 Rand earner a week. Then I want to present to an executive that has 20 businesses. All right. So what I've noticed and what is working for me on my journey in the business, I focus on people that I can actually relate to. That is very important, leaders. I focus on people because I'll tell you, when I joined network marketing, this is my second company that I'm with. The first company, the only reason I joined that network marketing business was because I felt sorry for the person that was introducing me to the business. Remember, I didn't understand or know what network marketing was about. Right? So I felt like, shame, let me just give him or her the 6,000 Rands and join, maybe it's going to do something for her, because I immediately placed myself somewhere. All right. So it's very important when you are at the receiving end, it's very important for you to do that as well, because once you start selling the business to people, I don't know what's the right word to use, but I don't want to say in the same class, but look at the people that you are presenting to. That is why it's also important to find like a connection, to find something like an icebreaker, or to find something that your customer can actually relate to. That way you've got so much confidence, and that way they'll also have so much confidence in you. All right. That is why when you are in the streets doing your business, handing out pamphlets, don't be wearing heels. You're in the streets, for crying out loud. Don't be wearing heels, and it's good enough. Yes, look presentable in your techies, because you are in the streets. You're not going to be limited. You're going to be comfortable and you're going to be confident. So always try to bring yourself down, or to the level, to the level where your prospect is. If it's up, be up, wear that suit, wear that tie, wear that whatever, as long as you've got that confidence, all right, to be able to present to them. And then also the other thing on a follow-up call, for you to actually establish or reconfirm the buyer's confidence, on a follow-up call, you need to always relax. You need to always relax as much as you need them. Don't show desperation. Don't show desperation. If you listened to my trainings before, I said when a person is saying no to you, they simply means not yet, and always take it's them that they are losing out, not you. Because what I mean by that, you're going to carry on doing your business. You're going to carry on talking to other people. So it's their loss. And while you are busy doing your business, a lot of people are going to say yes to you. Right? So always take it as their loss. And I see now with my posting, with me carrying on, and it's so funny how the business works, even in the groups, right? Even in the groups, we always preach that you are in the business for yourself, but not by yourself. Say value if I've added value to you. You are in this business for yourself, but not by yourself. Why we are saying that? Because should I get tired or should I find something more, or that I think it's more lucrative than what I have on hand, then your why can never be the same as mine. You understand? So we're saying that for you not to stop until you reach your personal destination, until you reach why, until you service your dreams, why you actually joined the business. So always know and understand that you are in this business for yourself, but you can never be by yourself. Once you've got that mindset and you're carrying on doing your business, you'll notice even on the WhatsApp group, the people that have left your group, all of a sudden they want to come back, because you are consistent, because you are chasing your dream, not people, because you are not their boss, you are not their manager. People have left managers in the office, so they are here in the network marketing to be free. You know, the best you can do is just for you to guide them, it's just for you to show them. So yes, on a follow-up call, don't sound contrived or forced that you have to do this. Hi, this is Zipo. I'm just doing a follow-up. No, don't rehearse a follow-up call. You know, let the conversation flow. You know, let the conversation flow. Break the ice by saying, "Oh, we were supposed to talk on Wednesday. You didn't come back to me. I see now it's Thursday. I hope it's the right time for me to talk. You know, to talk about the weather. Talk about, get to the relaxed mode, so that your customer as well is in that relaxed mode. Then you can get your what you want. You know, you can get that sign up. You can even say things. I was thinking about you. I actually do this a lot before I even read about it. I do it a lot where I would wake up. Believe it or not, leaders, I would wake up. Let's say I wake up at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is too early to be doing business, right? Then I go onto my WhatsApp statuses. On my WhatsApp statuses, I see 1, 2, 3 people that I've spoken about the business to. They just updated a status or whatever. I'll see that they are online, and then I would say something like, "Yo, I don't comment on the status. I go to their inbox, you know, to type a text message." Then I would say something like, "Yo, I must have dreamt about you today." Already the ice is broken, right? They're gonna be interested. You know, people like to hear news. They're gonna be like, "You dreamt about me. What did you dream about me?" Or whatever, you know. And then you let the conversation flow. You know, you say 1 or 2 jokes and then say, "I'm sure you are ready now to start. Which one are you going to be taking? Are you going to be going in as a silver member or the gold member or whatever?" Then they're going to give you, "No, you know what? I've got 500 rands or I've got 200 rands now. I need to work on that." Or if they will say, I notice a lot of people, they would say, "No, but I don't have enough money now." Then I ask, "How much do you have?" If they say, "I've got 200 rands," and then I say, "Oh, really? Do you know that I've got this promo where you can actually buy for 130? This is what you need to do. But you need to collect the 60 points for the system to actually recognize you as a leader." Right? What have I done? I've gained trust. I've gained a business partner. I've gained someone that's going to duplicate themselves and myself, because duplication that they do is for me as well, you know? And then you will say, someone paid you a compliment yesterday, or your name came up in a conversation that I had. Those are the ways people like to feel important. Remember, I said that, and I know it from myself. I like to feel important. So if you say something that is going to be relevant to me, you know that, "Oh, I actually saw a green whatever written long whatever, and I thought it was Longrich." You already got my attention because you've spoken about something that's touched. And people have used this on me. People wanting to sell me something, they've used this scenario to me as well, you know, where someone would touch on something that I like, or maybe they've seen my phone, or they know the phone that I have, you know, and they want to upgrade me. Then they would touch something about my phone, you know. That is something that holds some sort of value to me. All right. So we need to do that all the time. Now we're going to talk about, how do you know if you have established the confidence? And this, you're going to know when your phone calls are returned. If a client calls you before you call them, then you're going to know that you've done a great job. Right? They are now buying into you or into what you have. And then also, you would get a business, you would get a promise, like at the end of a conversation, a client will say, like today I did a presentation and I was desperately looking for a buying signal, while I dealt with the customer, and then I wasn't getting it, with the prospect, and then I said something like, what did I say now again? Oh, and then I said, do I send the banking details via WhatsApp, or you would like me to email them through to you? Right? Because I needed the buying signal. Are you doing this? Are you getting into this? And then he says, and then she said, please send them to me via WhatsApp. I will do the payment on Friday or Saturday. Right? So there's so many ways that you can do, that you can learn, but they're going to come by you practicing what we are teaching here, you applying it. That's how you're going to master it, right? So there's not only one way to close a sale. All right. And okay, now we're going to talk about the sales words or phrases that you need to stay away from. Right? We're going to talk about those. I don't know if you can type on the comment box the words that you think, you can't use when you are in your sales process, leaders. Let's go ahead. Type for me. It's 25 to 8. So type for me on the comment box the words that you think, or phrases that you think you need to avoid when you're doing the sales in a sales process. I'm gonna type one. Oh, what have I done now? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have typed anything. Okay. I don't know what I've done now. I don't know what I've done. Comments. There we go. All right, I'm gonna type one, and I'm hoping the other person will follow with the word. I used to like this word a lot. I stopped using it. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see it on your side. What? Yes. Are you listening to me? Stop it. That's a good one, Grace. Because people feel like they're stupid. Or are you hearing what I'm saying? Obviously you're going to get a nodding or whatever if a person hears you, Yes. So people, leaders, learn. Let's learn from each other. Stay away from that. Are you listening to me? My one that I used to like was frankly. I used to like, frankly, what I meant, frankly, and I quit it. I stopped it because that word, it sounds so insincere, do you understand? Richard, that's the other one. Do you understand? Okay, there's a better way of saying it now would be, I hope I make sense. Or I hope, just to see if the person is with you. But yes, do you understand? Obviously, they're going to feel like, what do you mean? Do I understand? Do I look stupid? I like that one as well. What is the other word what is the other phrase that you think you need to stay away from? What is the other phrase that you think you need to stay away from? I can give you, here's another one. Here's another one. Honestly. Usually when a salesperson says honestly, what's going to come after it is a lie. Honestly, usually, like when a salesperson is selling you something and they say honestly, then 9 out of 10 times it's going to be followed about a lie. So just be careful of the phrases or the jargon that you use. Or if you say, here, where's the other one? Oh, yes, you say something like, let's say I would say, you can qualify for this and this and this. I mean that. Are you interested? Yes, stay away and asking people, are you interested? Are you interested? Right. Okay. So what I'm seeing as well with the questions that you guys are asking here, or the phrases that you guys are mentioning here, it goes back, Kimji, to the open-ended questions. We always need to ask the closed questions, right? So when you are asking a person, we give them a choice for them to choose from the two. We give them two options to choose from, right? So when you're saying, are you interested, it's a broad question that's going to be responded with, no, I'm not interested, or I don't think so, or no. Yeah, I get that. So what is the other one? Oh yes, guys, believe it or not, and I've heard this before, stop asking people how they are doing today. Like, how are you today? When you're asking someone how are you feeling today, how are you today, what if a person responds to you with, I am not okay, my dog was ran over by a car, my child that I took to do you understand? When you are asking like such an open question, how are you feeling today, you're gonna, if a person gives you 10 wrong things that have been going wrong for them, then they quickly take you out of your sales process. And also when you're saying, hi, my name is so and so, how are you doing today? Obviously, as at the receiving end, or as a prospect or the customer, I'm going to ask, what do they want now from me? What is this person selling? All right. So that is why it's important when you are doing a cold call, or when you are, in your sales process, be like the 30 seconds, like what I said earlier on. It's the person must already know who you are. They must already know what you're about. They must already know what kind of service or the product that you have, and by their responses to that, it's going to help you to actually get the appointment, or actually get the sale done. All right. So we're going to talk also about the philosophies to avoid. These are the philosophies to avoid. Nah? I know for people in America, this is quite different, but I challenge you now to be different to how things are done, right? Talking down the competition, talking down, hi Nkululeko, welcome, talking down your competitor, right? I know in other countries it is allowed to do that, but in those countries, just try and be different. Just try, you will see people are going to fall in love with your uniqueness, right? Because I don't personally think it's ethical when you are selling something to me, you say, but company A does 1, 2, 3. Me at company B, I can better that by 1, 2, 3. No, focus on your USPs, focus on your unique selling points, focus on what makes your company best. Right. So by you doing that, you actually gain confidence, and you will get the buyer's confidence, because you know your story, you know what you're talking about. All right. And then also preaching ethics. Don't ever say how ethical you are. Don't ever say how ethical you are, because how ethical you are must be spoken by your actions. People, they should see by your actions, how ethical you are. So stop praising yourself. The people need to see, your customers, they need to see that you are that by your actions, So those are the things that you need to the philosophies that you need to stay away from: talking your competitor down, and also pronouncing or preaching ethics, telling people that about how ethical you are. So leaders, I think I'm going to end there for today, right? When we are talking about the buyer's confidence, right? And then when we come back, I'm going to talk about physically involving the prospect in your business. This is now also part of buying the confidence, or getting the buyer's confidence, from your clients, or increasing it. When you are physically involving your prospect in the sales process, Yes, self appraisal. That's the term. Yes, thank you, Nkululeko. All right. So when you are physically involving your prospect, this is something that I've preached on before, and this is something that has helped people, a lot of people, including myself, to actually get the trust, to actually get the buyer's confidence when you're involving a client to on the sales process. For an example, you just joined the business. The person has heard about how great our PI cup or our pie cup is, right? You just joined the business. You've also seen something about it, but you had little money. You focused on buying the paint liners, for an example. So you haven't done the thorough training on knowing what it does, what it entails, all the benefits. And then the person comes to you, says, "Oh, I see you selling Longrich. Tell me, what is it? What is it about your pie cup that is so special?" Instead of you thumb sucking or of you beating around the bush, get your clients involved. Say, "Mr. Customer, I just joined the business. I'm still in the learning process. Why don't we learn it together?" Right? You quickly request on your WhatsApp group, or you quickly check the slides that you got given, that here are the benefits. People, when they do that, when you do that with the customers, they show so much more interest because you are honest with them. You are transparent. They can see that you don't know the product, but you are willing to learn. So we're going to talk about how much it helps for you to involve the prospect into into the sales process, and how much it increases your sales, how much it increases your sales, in a way that you will never believe it. For those who know, I come from a car sales industry, and I didn't know all the vehicles, but I was number one on my floor because I made it a point that you come ask me about the most expensive car or vehicle on my floor, that I will take my brochure, I will take you, with my brochure onto the vehicle. What am I doing? I'm teaching myself about the product. And then when you have left, I will read. I will read because I want the sale. I will read more. Knowledge is power, leaders. I will read more, and then you can watch me teasing you on an SMS and say, "Oh, did you know that this product actually does 1, 2, and 3? Did you know that?" The clients, they like that. Even on a networking, like when you're signing someone up to be your business partner, you are so eager, or your main focus is just signing this the person, bringing them on board, so much that you miss the things that are of value, taking people through the process. When someone is asking, "So how do I join? How do I join the business?" You focus on, "Okay, you need to deposit money onto the..." No. How do I join the business? This is the process. This is what you need to look out for. What is it that you want in the business? Do you want to just focus on selling? Did you know that you can make more money by actually duplicating yourself? You are getting another Zippos in the other parts of the world that are actually going to do the business with you. Right? So you are showing interest, and people, once you do that, they actually warm up to you. They actually want to do business with you. They will contact you even if you have forgotten about them. And also, obviously, about consistency on your WhatsApp statuses. Thank you so much, leaders. Now the floor is open. I've got about 10 minutes for you guys to ask anything, be it on about cold calling, be it about retention, customer retention. I hope all of you guys that are here with us have been with us when we spoke about retention. If you haven't, you can ask 1 or 2 questions, but the trainings are recorded here live on our network TV. You can refer back to them. But the floor is open. You can ask me anything about anything that we have done, obviously Longrich, and obviously about the sales. So you can ask me anything, the floor is open. You can ask me anything. How do you see yourself? Are you growing? Is this adding value? How is it adding value? What are the hiccups that you come across? How did you solve a hiccup that you came across? Because we are here to learn and to teach each other. We are here to learn from each other. No one is perfect, and you can never say you know everything. So the platform or the floor is open. You can go ahead and ask any questions or add value to the people that are here. To the people that are here. Let's go ahead, leaders. Let's go ahead, leaders. Let's go ahead, leaders. Let's go ahead, leaders. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. When we started these trainings, we started about the commandments of the sales processes. I don't know if you guys can still remember. When we started these trainings, we started about how much you need, the 10 commandments, how much you need to think, a sales process before approaching someone. You need to think about what you are going to say. You need to think about what you are going to do. You need to think. And you need to believe, develop a 4-part belief system that can be penetrated, for yourself. Believe in yourself, believe in the product, believe in what you have. And that's going to be done by the knowledge, by the knowledge that you're adding to yourself. And then the other thing we spoke about engaging. Are you developing a rapport, like a personal engagement? Don't start selling conversations by selling. Hi, my name is so and so. I am selling. No. Stay away from it. Stay away from it. So engage. Develop a rapport, a personal engagement. When you are approaching people, have a way that you are doing things to get the people's attention. All right. And then we talk about discovery. People buy for their reasons, not for your reasons. Remember, we spoke about that. People buy for their reasons, not for your reasons. People love buying, but they don't like to be sold to. Remember we spoke about that. And then we spoke about asking questions. When you've done the presentation to your customer, when you've done the presentation to your prospect, ask questions. The answers are going to determine if you're on the right track or if not. And then we talk about observation. We talk about the ability to observe, that it must be as powerful as your ability to sell and your ability to listen. Remember, we spoke about that when we spoke about the commandments. Observe, right? And then also we spoke about, dare, take action. Take action. There is the worst thing that you can get from a customer is simply no. They're not going to kill you. Right? In the process, you are getting equipped. You are getting, you are getting prepared, for the rough world out there. And that the only way you can do that is actually by practicing or by doing what we're talking about. And then also we talk about ownership. Remember, we spoke about ownership, leaders. When something has gone wrong, or when a has gone sour, when you've gotten a no, take ownership. Why did I go wrong? Why did I get no? That is, I promise you're going to be a very successful person in your career if you do that. If you go back and check, okay, why did I get no from this person? Okay, this person was arrogant. This person didn't want to listen to me. No, when is it ever going to be your fault? When are you going to take ownership? Right? So there's a saying that says when you are pointing at someone, 4 fingers or 3, I don't know if the thumb points back, but more fingers are pointing back at you. Remember that. When you are pointing or trying to fault someone, more fingers are pointing at you. So take ownership of your faults, take ownership, learn from them, and polish in the next presentation or next interaction that you're going to have with someone. All right. And then prove. We've got proof. We've got proof everywhere we go. We've got testimonies, right? Our customers, they want proof. They want proof that this thing work. You can even talk. What I said to people? People, they like to underestimate their achievements. I celebrate my achievements, leaders. If I get 200 Rand, I brag. And Leader Label as well does that so well. Because remember, you are not talking to one kind of people or one type of people. You are talking to different people. And these are the people that you need to attract into your business. So whatever achievement, if it says achievement, brag about it, make noise. The people that are watching you, they must see right? They must see that, you know what, you are doing something in your business. Even if it's 600 rands, even if it's 200 rand, is your achievement. You did it by yourself, right? So that's proof that the business works. And then there's a saying that I want to leave with you, and I've shared it before, and I want to remind you: you don't get great in selling by a day. You get great by selling day by day. All right. So you don't get great at selling in a day. You get great at selling day by day, right? It's something that you need to continuously do. It's something that you need to continuously do. Continue. It's just going to become part of your DNA. And by you doing that, I can see in myself as well. I'm getting more confident in actually presenting now, right? My business case, which means I'm getting better in actually signing people on board, right? The one thing that I want to teach myself is how this is actually part of customer retention. This is part of customer retention, but how to retain business partners. That is a skill that I want to learn. That is a skill that I'm actually on, right? The things that we say, people want to feel important. No, it doesn't only go for your customers. It goes for your business partners as well, right? So how do we retain them? How do we get them to keep on doing? How do we get them to see greatness in what is there, in the business? Because Longrich business is there. They've developed themselves. Everything is there, but how do you actually get your teammates, your people to see value in the business that they are already part of, right? Some people, they say it would be difficult to do that. The people that I've chatted with, no, it will be difficult to do that. You can take a horse to the river, but you can't make it drink. They come with all sorts of sayings, but I'm going to do it. I'm determined to help people see value in what they already have. The grass is not always greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. All right. I think that's my sign out, actually. Thank you so much for your time. I'm happy that we are all learning. For those that don't know me, my name is Zipho Nogambula. You can call me Leader Z or Coach Z, all the way from the Eastern Cape. I am a stockist within the Longrich Bioscience platform. Toodles, thank you so much. If you want to ask anything, go ahead. You can inbox me. Zipho Kazimla Nogambula is my name on Facebook. All right. Thank you so much, leaders. I enjoy what I do, and I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope to see you soon. And if you don't mind, give me a topic that you would like to discuss next week. I would really appreciate it. You can inbox me, then I can check, out of the inboxes, what is it that we can tackle. Because the other thing that I have learned, I promise you I'm going to be out just now. The other thing that I have learned, we need to stay as relevant as possible. We need to take what we are learning and put it on our daily business. That way we can achieve what we want to achieve. So leaders, inbox me if there's any subject that you would like us, or any topic that you would like us to tackle, in the coming week. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Go out there and sell. Yes, Onalina, celebrate your 200. Big bonanza, the big bonanza. Let's recruit. Let's surprise the new MD and, sign up people from left, right, and center and get that money. Thank you so much, leaders. God bless you. Have a great evening or a great day to those that are abroad. Thank you. Bye-bye.